am I willing to do 7 days a week, 17, 18, 19 hours a day, which I did for a long time. And that kind of takes me back to the Roy story. When I left, I was working. My wife came into the house because I'm here. And they're like, my wife pulled her earpod out. She's like, well, if you want attention and you want people to say hi and you want to be a dad, then be one. You've been gone 520 hours this month. Like you have been working. And I'm like, no, I'm keeping track of that. And sure as heck, she did. She brought out her journal and she wrote down all the hours I worked every single day. I'm like, holy crap. And she, by the way, it had been for years. Like, when does the family become a priority? Which we can get into a whole other topic on work-life balance. But at the same time, it woke me up a little bit. But he brought out 3 rocks and he set them on the driveway. He said, hey, this is Jeremy's universe. He put a big, huge rock. When I say big, huge, softball size rock out. He said, this is you and your family. This is your universe. The next rock was like half that size. He goes, that's Murphy Door. And then he put this little teeny pebble and he goes, this is Roy Fire. And he says, because Roy Fire is, 48 on, or excuse me, 24 on, 24 off for 4 days. And then you have 4 days off and then you do it again. And then you have 6 days. He goes, they depict where you have to be when you have to be. And these other things are just, they get the secondary process or time that's left. And it works this way. And he goes, so basically every minute that you steal to work extra hours at the fire department or extra hours at Murphy Door comes from the heaviest, most important part, center of your universe. And he goes, and if you don't redirect that and put it to the center on the heavyweight and work backwards, then that you can't have a solar system spin without it throwing the weight of your family. And unfortunately, your family is going to be the thing that suffers and gets thrown out of your universe. So those were all kind of congruent. You got a frustrated wife, which was a verbal explanation of how my weight is going to be tossed out the window tomorrow if I don't fix some stuff. But the feeling of the family and what you were doing felt great.
Yeah.
But ultimately, regardless, no matter how we look at it, the family core unit, whether you're married or it's your immediate family or whatever, should stay your core. Like that's really what this all is about.
Mm.
Is just your family, immediate, direct, or whatever, or close friends, or whatever you call your family. That really is what all this is about. And none of anything that you do on the daily basis is as important as if you have the opportunity to share it with somebody.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a huge awakening for me. But as you're starting to build the superstructure of your enterprise, you're excavating it out and you're putting your footings down and your foundation down and you're really trying to work on that structure. It ends up becoming a lot more than you expect every time. I always tell my guys, it always costs at least twice as much and takes twice as long as you think. But I believe in entrepreneurship is way, way longer and way, way more.